Hi everyone. Sorry for the weird angles here. I just decided to come on live in the spur of the moment. So everything's not set up. My tripod is somewhere else in the house, but I thought I just needed to hop on here and quickly answer a question I've had a lot this week from a lot of women I've been speaking to. So the question was how to overcome nighttime binges. So nighttime binges is very common for many women who struggle with emotional eating and binge eating. And the reason for this is because we spend the whole day either restricting or we spend the whole day being good. We spend the whole day being stressed out in our minds, doing a million different things for a million different people. We are just like multitasking. We are doing all these things that keep us busy and keep us alive and pay the bills. So in the evenings, what happens is that's the first time that you are actually feeling relaxed. You feel like you can now take a breather. And what happens with this, and this is like for me, many years, for me, what I used to do is I wouldn't eat at all during the day. I'd live on cigarettes and coffee. And then at nighttime, I'd come home and I'd eat like literally, some nights I'd eat a full chicken by myself. I know it's crazy. Whatever else there was. And this is so this happens to a lot of people, so I don't want you to feel like you're alone, but like nighttime eating and overeating, or nighttime overeating and binge eating is very common. So just know that you're not alone, and just know that there are a couple of things we can do about it, because this is one that's probably quite easy to fix if we get to the bottom of what's going on for you. And this is one that I've worked through through myself and some of my other clients, and it's just amazing. So if you're watching this on replay, then just hashtag replay. Otherwise, say hello, tell me where you dialing in from, and if you have any other questions, then please put them in the comments and I'll read them and I'll give you some advice. So nighttime eating, as I said, we've been busy the whole day, and all of a sudden nighttime comes around. Now there's nothing to do, or there's a lot less to do. So our bodies and our minds are finally in a state where they need to process what's been happening for you during the day. And often what we find is that we've been so busy, or we're so used to using food as a way to process our thoughts and emotions and our stress levels, that it's quite natural that in the evenings we end up in that nighttime binge, in that refrigerator, eating everything in sight, or in the pantry just going absolutely crazy. So I've been there. I've binged on anything from like the nuts, the crackers, and like I'd still have my dinner, and then I'd hit the sweet stuff. I'd like make myself little protein bowls or whatever the case is, just to find that satisfaction. But often what happened for me is I would eat and eat and eat, and I'd never feel satisfied or full, even though I was feeling physically sick. I wasn't, I was still just like putting away whatever was in front of me and kept going back to the refrigerator or the pantry to find something different to eat. So let me know if that's something that you've been struggling with. And yeah, I would just love to know what your current thoughts are about it and everything else. So just a couple of quick tips of things that you can do during the day and in the evening that can help you with your nighttime binges, because this is where, we are a little bit more relaxed. We want to like ease into our evening and not add stress into the nighttime, because obviously a lot of all that binging comes with a lot of guilt and shame, and the shouldn'ts and everything else. So the number one thing you can do for yourself is to make sure that you are properly eating throughout the day, constantly, little meals if you want to have littler meals, or even larger meals, but making sure that you never go hungry. Because if you do that, you are less likely to overeat at nighttime. So this is something that can help anyone, even people who are not suffering from binge eating or emotional eating. This keeps your blood sugar stable the whole day, especially if you have proper full meals. And when I mean full meals, I mean balanced meals. So combining a protein, fat, and carbohydrate together somehow in all your meals and snacks. So making sure you have all of those, you never get hungry, and that will definitely set you up for success in the evenings, number one. Number two is plan your meals for nighttime. If you know that binge eating is happens for you at nighttime, then that is the only meal. If you're going to meal prep or meal plan for the week, then that is the one you need to focus on and make that your number one priority. So when you get home, your food is cooked for you, it is ready to eat. So now there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can bulk cook on a Sunday and put everything in the refrigerator or the freezer. It's ready to go for you. So when you get home, all you have to do is, if it's in the freezer, take it out in the morning so it's defrosted by the time you get home. You can just heat it up quickly and you have your meal. You're not thinking about, oh, what am I going to get home? That's extra stress. And now all of a sudden you feel like that craving for the chocolate is just so much bigger, because you now having to deal with the stress of thinking about what to feed your family. So really making sure that that meal is planned out for you. Another nice thing you can do is get a couple of crock pot recipes. Basically what you do with that, you can prep all your veggies and put them in little freezer bags, and then in the morning just put your veggies in the crock pot, lay your meat up, fill it with water or whatever the sauces that you want to make with it. You can even add your carbohydrate in there, so some potatoes or some rice, or quinoa, whatever floats your boat, pasta. Put it in there and it cooks for you. So by the time you get home at night, you walk into the house with this beautiful, lovely smell of food that's already cooked for you. You can just serve and eat. So very good strategy there. And that leaves a lot of that guessing a lot of temptation in the mind to start going and looking for other things in the refrigerator and the pantry. Because often there's that, your trigger is opening the fridge and wondering, what should I eat? And while you're standing there wondering what you eat, you start nibbling on all these things. So that is often quite a big trigger for people. So making sure that those two strategies will carry you a long, long way. And then the third one I can give you is making sure that you make some time for yourself in the evenings, making sure that you have time to decompress and actually process what's happened for you today. Maybe this is the time where you just journal a little bit about what went on, what you felt, how that worked for you. And this is really, really helpful, because you'll find a lot of information that comes from that. Or even if you just speak to yourself quickly when you have 5 minutes, and making those 5 minutes a priority. So when you get home from work, maybe you've eaten your dinner, or before you've eaten your dinner, taking 5-10 minutes and just decompress. Don't look at your phone, don't look at the TV, just go somewhere quiet, even if you lock yourself in the toilet, and sit there and just think, okay, take a nice deep breath and just feel what needs to come out. And if you want to journal, you can journal. Otherwise, just like, okay, what has happened today? Is there anything that I need to take further and process a little bit more? Am I okay? Just debriefing yourself about what happened during the day. What you could do here is you could make a to-do list for tomorrow, but I wouldn't be too quick to do that because the to-do list might send you into further stress mode. So this is just a real good time for you to actually sit and just decompress. You can invite a glass of wine with this decompression if you like. Sometimes that's nice, but then drink your glass of wine mindfully and really sip it and really contemplate about how your day went, how you felt, all those kind of things. So these are just 3 little things that could really help you curb that nighttime binges. We can go on forever and ever with more, but I thought these 3 tips might help you along the way. When we decompress in the evenings, that means we are taking the stress away because we've interpreted what's going on, and maybe that's a time where we can go, okay, well, what can I do better tomorrow that's not going to make me feel stressed out, or that's not going to make me feel that way. And like once you've done that and you've actually breathed through it a little bit, you'll find that you'll be less hungry because your nice meal is cooked, like you can smell it in the kitchen, it's been warmed up for you, it's ready to go, and you have nothing to worry about. So if you have any questions or comments on these, let me know in the comments below. I literally have only one more food freedom planning session left. It's a 20-minute consultation with me where I help you make a plan to find your triggers, and we make a couple of tweaks on like your current eating plan and where you can really curb your emotional eating. Hi, whoever's just joined. And I give you some absolute brilliant insights about what's really the causes of your binges. So one more spot left. I'll put the link in the comments below. Please take advantage of this. It has been life-changing for most people. Everyone who's been on these planning sessions with me have made such positive changes along the way, and that's just with spending 20 minutes with me complimentary, and you won't believe the phenomenal things that are coming out of there. So please do that, and I will see you soon. Have a beautiful evening, everyone. Bye. I don't know how to end this.